Well, from baby nutrition to something rather extraordinary, last week scientists discovered a 250-million-year-old couple of creatures buried under the ground in the Karoo. Now, South Africa is known for making exciting discoveries, especially in the paleontological field. And a lot of mammals escape predators. It's well known that they escape predators while mating by burrowing under the ground. So it makes this an especially interesting discovery. And we're here to find out a bit more about it with Eugene Berg from the Izigo Museum. Good morning, great to have you here, sir.
Good morning, great to be here.
So let's talk about this. What makes this discovery so unique?
Well, in this discovery, the scientists found two animals in one burrow. And the one animal is a mammal-like reptile called Thrinaxodon. The other animal is an amphibian called Brumastega.
Yeah.
And these two animals you would not expect to find together in one burrow.
Yeah.
Now, previous studies have shown that Thrinaxodon, that's the amphibian.
Say it again, please?
That's the amphibian Brumastega.
Brumastega.
Yes. The Thrinaxodon, which is the mammal-like reptile, that's the Thrinaxodon, has been known to make burrows.
Yes.
So the amphibian ended up in the burrow of a Thrinaxodon. And certainly one of the questions that the scientists asked was, how did these two end up in one burrow? So they are an odd couple.
Wow. So that's an actual picture, or an X-ray picture, if you will.
Yeah, that is a synchrotron image of the two fossils in the burrow. So you can see the amphibian on the side of the Thrinaxodon.
Wow. 250 million years old. A lot of research has gone into it and a lot of experiments over the past, well, a long time in order to publicize the results about 2 weeks ago. Has it been established how these animals came to be there and how they died?
Well, the imaging showed that there was sedimentation infill into the burrow associated with a flooding event.
Okay.
So it certainly hasn't been conclusively shown how these two ended up together, but it may also be the case that one of them died before the other one. Certainly one of these animals did not flow into or did not come with the waters into or with the sediment into the burrow. Yeah,
because that was my theory.
Yes.
I thought that the one buried the hole and then the other one was just kind of wiped into the hole by it.
Well, the neck of the burrow,
or
the tunnel into the burrow, it's too small for these animals to have been just washed into the burrow.
Yeah.
So certainly they were in there for a while. And the ribs on the amphibian showed some healing associated with an injury a few weeks prior to its death.
Wow.
So that could have made it incapacitated. It couldn't have moved much. So it could have been there for a few weeks in the burrow.
Yeah. Now, like we said, South Africa is known for making many exciting discoveries. Yes. What impact will a discovery like this have in the field of paleontology?
Well, certainly it puts paleontology back on the map, certainly for South Africa also, because this is the first documented discovery where these two animals were found together in a burrow. And for the parts of the researcher, certainly we will be looking at other methods of doing our research, in that this has been done through imaging and not through any destructive analyses.
Yeah.
Because when we work with the fossils, we would chip away and drill away the rock, and the rock can also contain vital information.
Yeah.
So we certainly saw that the imaging showed us that the burrow was infilled with other sediment associated with the flooding, which may not have been the case otherwise.
So then how do people like me get to see this? How do we get to view it?
Well, if you would like to see fossils, certainly this one is not on display. If you'd like to see fossils, go to your nearest museum. I can speak for Cape Town. The Izigo Museums of South Africa, they've got 11 satellite national museums. But the one museum that you can go to is the South African Museum in Gardens, Cape Town. And they have an exhibit called African Dinosaurs. And at African Dinosaurs, you can see creatures like dinosaurs from right across Africa.
Wow.
You can see mammal-like reptiles, and you can also see some of the earliest birds.
Beautiful.
And we also have Australopithecus sediba on display at the South African National Museum.
And this particular discovery we were talking about today, what is it called?
The discovery?
Yes, what is it called?
It is the mammal-like reptile and the amphibian
I was hoping for some biological name that I would try and pronounce. But thank you very much,
Yes,
Eugene
okay.
Berg from the Ezeco Museum, joining us, telling us about the 250 million year old fossil discovered here in South Africa. Man, we're still moving forward in history. We're going to take a quick ad break. We'll be right back with more on Espresso.